Good evening. Howdy, Chris. Good to see you again. Now we've missed you too. How you been keeping? And for the rest of you, a very good evening to you. Oh, cheers. Glad you liked it. Yeah. What was I going to say? Lovely. Welcome to the 31st edition of the Quarantine Sessions. We are still going strong. We are still doing this 3 times a week, can you believe? And yes, lovely to be here once again. I hope you are, each and every one of you, keeping well in these strange times. Evening, Nikki. Good to see you. How are you doing? Oh, bless you, Joan. Yeah, the cat is getting better, much better. Yeah, most importantly, well, I mean, obviously, from his point of view, I think he's feeling a lot better. From our point of view, he smells a lot less bad. Yeah. Bless him. I love him dearly, but there's only so long you can cuddle a cat that stinks to high heaven. He's on the mend. Luckily, it wasn't too serious. It didn't warrant a trip to the vet in the end. But yes, hopefully. Aha. Good. Okay. Good evening from London, Nate. And if you're at work, I guess, what would it be for you, middle of the day? Good to see you anyway. Thanks for tuning in. And thank you very much. Yeah. Gosh, we have a lively crowd this evening. You don't change, Chris. Keep it up. Oh. Right. And hello to you too, Sophie. Right. Well, it's not an Irish rebel tune, but it's... it was inspired by sea shanties. This was a tune I used to play back in the old White Elephant days. The sort of early template for this weird setup. That old blues trio I used to front years ago. This was always the weird one that if we put this one in the middle of a set, then even the people who'd been who decided that they were going to spend the blues band's set at the bar would turn around and start paying attention again. So let's see how this one goes. They speak of her intent as a sailor's lament. Will you follow? And no soul is secure from her open arms lure. Will you follow? If you linger too long, you'll be caught in her song, and then you'll have to pray the Lord above will save. For she plays on your needs so that she might chance to feed when she's drowned you at the bottom of the sea. On the swell of the sea, she is wild and she is free. Do you hear her? She sings loud, she sings clear, like temptation in your ear. Do you hear her? If you linger too long, you'll be caught in her song. You'll have to pray the Lord above will save you. There'll be fear in your eyes when you finally realize that their welcome's not as warm as it first seemed. If you linger too long, you'll be caught in her song. Then you'll have to pray the Lord above will save you, while she plays on your needs, so that she might chance to feed. She's drowned you at the bottom of the sea. On the swell of the sea, she is wild and she is free. Do you hear her? She sings loud, she sings clear, dark temptation in your ear. Do you hear her? If you linger too long, you'll be caught in her song, and then you'll have to pray the Lord above will save you. There'll be fear in your eyes when you finally realize that a welcome's not as warm as it first seemed. Oh, talk kindly. Oh. So, in keeping with the sea shanty-ish theme, I'm sure I had one. I think it was a reviewer described this as an unholy marriage between a sea shanty and a blues. So, nicely segues into some of the rest of the material, and it was our last single. This one is Our Man Stan. Which I'm also proud to say is our best performing track on the Spotify as well. They're doing quite well, that one. I just wish the others would catch up. Might even earn a couple of quid after 10 million plays. Stan, simple young man, knew his own town like the back of his hand. No great vision, no great plan, just a footnote, just an also-ran. Our man Stan should have gone one better. Our man Stan left alone unfettered. Our man Stan should have done much better. Chasing no gain, chasing no vendetta. Our man Stan, our man Stan. Trouble at work, trouble at home, on the shop floor with a broken bone. If he can't lift, then he can't work, out of a job and out on his own. Wasn't his fault he was tired and shaking, wasn't his fault that his back was breaking. In a cold flat worrying and aching, count the coins that he isn't making. Our man Stan, our man Stan. Not to his name, restart officer shifting the blame. Can he move home, pay to retrain? Can he lift loads in spite of the pain? Our man Stan says he's not work shy, but the pain is real and his debt's sky high. But the man at the desk has targets to meet, so our man Stan is out on the street. Our man Stan, our man Stan. stand, broken young man, just one good soul dealt a bad hand. No route out, no escape plan, numbing his pain with another tin can. Our man Stan, our man Stan, our man Stan, our man Stan. Oh, thank you very kindly. Okay. Firstly, hello, Nikki's mum. Good evening. Thank you for tuning in tonight. Forever Young. Oh. Yes, Chris, I did have Forever Young. I think I played it a couple of weeks ago, actually. Yes. What should I do with that? I think I did it on the slide guitar. Do I still have the words for that one? Hang on. I did look that one up. Because I might be able to do it. If I've still got the words, I might be able to do it. There we go, Forever Young. So we're moving to D for this one. Yeah, let's let's do a slightly more sentimental one, because the next one's going to be quite bleak and horrible, being a new one, and being written by me. So we'll put a bit of Bob in there first, because I did learn this one for Chris, and or at Chris's suggestion. So only fair that you should get to hear it. Let's see how well I can remember this one, because I've not practiced it recently. And let's just make sure the capo's not going to embarrass me this time around. May God bless and keep you always. May our wishes all come true. May you always do for others and let others do for you. May you build a ladder to the stars and climb on every rung. May you stay young, forever young, forever young. May you stay forever young. Grow up to be righteous, grow up to be true. May you always know the truth and see the light surrounding you. May you always be courageous, stand upright and be strong. May you stay young, young, forever young. May you stay forever young. May your hands always be busy. May your feet always be swift. May you have a strong foundation when the winds of changes shift. May your heart always be joyful. May your song always be sung. May you stay forever young. Forever young. Forever young. May you stay forever young. Forever young. Forever young. May you stay forever young. Whew. Thank you very much. Quick detour there for a bit of Bob Dylan. It was Forever Young for the unfamiliar, or for anyone who thought that sounded nothing like it should have done. Nate, which band or artist would you consider your biggest influence? I can think of a few. Do I have to narrow it down to one? Tom Waits, massive influence. Nick Cave, ditto. And on the guitar side, there's people like, what was his name? Davy Graham, Bert Jansch. All the sort of the British and Irish folk guitarists, the folk guitar virtuosos from the '60s. People like that, and Ralph McTell, actually, massively underrated acoustic guitarist. But then the original, the original Delta blues players were superb guitarists as well. Robert Johnson, famous for it, but Mississippi John Hurt probably deserves more credit than he gets. Names are escaping me right now. I'm going to go with Tom Waits for now. I think as a whole package, especially in terms of whose covers I end up playing the most. This is an unusual live session in that I've not crowbarred at least one Tom Waits cover in. I normally do. So I hope that long rambling answer provides some insight. And actually, I managed to ramble for a couple of minutes there without even mentioning the Who were also a massive influence back when I was still playing electric more regularly. And hello, Alex. Greetings to you too. Hope you're well. Right, I will proceed. The next one is a very new one. There is an EP in the pipeline. it's well, it's a double EP, or it will be a double EP. Such a thing. I probably won't be the first person to have done it, but I know that some people have done similar things with albums in the past. But I couldn't decide whether to record a wholly acoustic or a wholly ensemble electric-y type EP, so I thought I'd do both. The trouble with having a plan like this, of course, is that at the moment I can't get to a recording studio, so the songs are written, but they will have to wait. And it may not be a bad thing, because it will force me to wheel them out at sessions like these and hone them in front of an audience, which what I have found is that that is the best way to decide whether or not a song works. So this one is called Bodies Back to Crow. All the birds whose songs they'd heard, and they locked up in a cage. But no one wanted Crow's call, they let him fly away. Crow knew he could steal the key and let those birds fly home. But if they stayed safe in their cage, they would not be shot down. Crow flew up the crooked tree, and there he watched a girl nestle in its roots and hid a sorrow from the world. Her amber flowed up to its leaves, and bitter seeds were born. And as they spread, his eyes shot red. Crow hung his head to mourn. Watched the spirit drain from her and heard her plaintive song. And as he mourned, his mind had turned to those who'd done him wrong. He flew away and pledged that day to search far and wide for those who'd burned his hatchling's nest and shot his feathered bride. Winter dies and springs rise for fresh new weeds to grow. But winter must come back to town and bodies back to Crow. Take his hand, pay the man the pennies that you owe. For all you've earned must be returned like bodies back to Crow. Swooping down to with his beak he plucks their eyes and threw them in the snow. But fierce revenge brought no amends, no peace, no rest for Crow. Thank you very much. That was Bodies Back to Crow. Nikki, just seen your comment about Robert Johnson. That new photo's been doing the rounds, hasn't it? Which I don't know. I don't know whether anyone's confirmed the veracity of it. Apparently, it was from like a photo that his sister had had, and one of her grandchildren or something had unearthed it. And supposedly, this was the only like the third photo of Robert Johnson ever to have been found, because I think there's only been two in existence previously. But then I've heard a lot of people suggesting it's a fake. So I don't know what to believe. What do you reckon? Oh. Alex, yes I have. I'm always happy to pick up the bass guitar. Because I can do a lot more on a bass line than I can with just my thumb on the acoustic, and because it's good fun to play. I like being the bass player. I think I'm inclined to agree. I think well, I will be adding bass to the to one side of the double EP. That one might benefit from some bass as well, the acoustic version. Might beef it up a bit. Plenty to think about anyway. At the very least, while I'm locked down, I've got the time to demo these things and try different arrangements. Yes. I will pick up the mood now, and actually, this might be a good point to pass the hat round as if this were a normal live gig. There's I think a link will have appeared to some sort of PayPal type tip jar. These sessions are obviously free and will continue to be free. But yes, if you're feeling flush, feeling generous, do feel free to throw a tip in the hat. Any and all is very much appreciated. Thank you. So let's pick the pace up a bit. This is Edwyn Collins' most famous tune. I've never known a girl like you before. Just like in a song from days of yore. Now you're coming knocking on my door. And I've never known a girl like you give me just a taste, so I want more. Now my hands are bleeding and my knees are raw. 'Cause now you got me crawling on the floor. And and I've never known a girl like you before. Acknowledge the devil in me. I hope to God I'm talking metaphorically. Know that I'm talking allegorically. Know that I'm talking about the way I feel, and I've never known a girl like you before. So much, don't feel like I belong. Too many protest singers, not enough protest songs, and now you've come along. Yeah, you've come along. Yeah, you've come along. And I've never known a girl like you before. Never, 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 never known a girl like you before. Just ask the lighting engineer to make a few adjustments. Ah. Gosh, thank you all. Nikki, that is a great story. Yeah, wow. Wow. So was your uncle part of? Sorry, your great uncle. Was your great uncle part of that scene? Was it? Did he know the other players? That's amazing. Also, great to hear, and you're also an Edwyn Collins fan. Cheers, Alex. Thank you very much, Joan. Yeah. Thank you all. Got a couple more. We're not done yet. Yeah. So, played this one a few sessions ago, 3 sessions ago. Dug it out and dusted it off from, much like Sirens, which I played earlier. This one dates back to the old White Elephant days. But actually doesn't work too badly on the acoustic guitar, so I'll be doing a lost my train of thought there. What was I saying? Yes, I'll be doing Come to This House. Oh well. Okay. Thank you, Nikki. That would be really interesting. That would be really interesting to read. Thank you. That is a good point. Tip jar. Tip jar. I'm not sure about that, Joan. All I have is a button to display the link, but then it never appears on the. Because I get a little preview of what you can see. It's a disturbing image of my own face staring back at me. But when I click the link, this is I click the button now, and I don't actually see whether anything appears on the screen. But then I don't know if that's because it's the preview. So that's very odd. Perhaps I might tell you what. I'll put a link in the comments. I mentioned passing the hat round earlier. If anyone else is, which actually presumably you or no one is seeing the link when I clicked a little button that's supposed to bring it up. So if you did want to throw some change into the hat, then that's the link I've just put in the comments. Don't know why that's not displaying on the screen. I don't really. They keep changing the interface, and I can't keep up with all the changes. I felt like I'd just got on top of getting all the sound and video worked out, and they changed it again. There's a link there. We'll do it the simple way. Anyway, this next one is called "Come to This House." Not to this house immediately tonight. You've got to keep your distance and all that, but metaphorically speaking. If you're down and you're low, ain't got nowhere you can go. If you're lonesome and you're blue, if it's tragic, 'cause it's true, come to this house. Come to this house. Have a drink or two. Come to this house. Come to this house. This old house of blues. Leather jacket on the stand, nicotine stains both his hands. Left his wife or someone new, but since she ran away too, he's in this house. He is in this house, waiting for someone like you. Come to this house. Come to this house. This old house of blues. Stocking, faded pearls. Everybody needs a good girl. She sounds weary when she speaks, but it's the same thing that she seeks here in this house. Here in this house, waiting for someone like you. Come to this house. Come to this house. This old house of blues. This is the place by the side of the road. Come inside and be free of your load. Park your troubles behind the bar. This is the night to forget who you are. place by the side of the road. Inside and be free of your load. Pocket troubles behind the bar. Tonight's the night to forget who you are. Every woman, every man, find somebody, take their hand. Hear the story, understand, and move with them to the band. Here in this house, here in this house, we'll play the blues for you. To this house, come to this house. We've got the blues just like you. This house, come to this house. This old house of blues. Oh, that was Come to This House. Right, I will leave you with one more tune, and thank you to all of you for turning up. Lovely to see so many of you. Thank you for turning up and in getting involved, no less. It's lovely to hear from you all, and always reassuring to know that I'm not just playing to myself. So thank you for tuning in and what's the word I'm looking for? Tuning in and getting stuck in, and lovely to see so many of you. And yes, thank you. You're all very kind, very kind. Yes, that's what I meant to tell you. Just a reminder that we will be back here at the same time. We will be back here, the Royal We. I miss having a band. I will be back here on Friday. If you are on the mailing list, then you may have already heard that we're doing an electric one. Which is to say, I've recorded some backing tracks, and we'll be attempting to simulate the full band experience by playing along to those with some Elephant Collective favourites and a few others besides. Yes, apologies for anyone who's having trouble with the tip jar. Like as I said earlier, I don't know why that's not displaying. I've put a link in the comments. You'll find it. It's the only comment I put in tonight. Lovely to see so many of you. I hope to see you again on Friday, and I will leave you with another tune destined for the next EP, the forthcoming EP, and it is called Time to Go. Played it a few times before, but like I say, this is the best opportunity for me to hone these songs before I finally get into a studio to play them. So I will leave you with this one, and hope to see you again in a couple of days. Let us walk out together. The stage is set. The wolves are here to greet us. The sight is met. Our fate is met. Set down your grandest project. Someone is crying. The the script you'll never finish. You ran out of time. Out of time. The tide that rocks the ferry, your body knows. The pale man's outstretched hand, it's time to go. Time to go. Time to go. Time to go. Yeah, just before I go, that is a great suggestion, Joan. I like that idea. I won't lie to you, I didn't get Nick Cave for a very long time. It was actually it's a weird one. I loved a couple of songs, but the rest of it I didn't get. And then it just took the right recommendations. My other half gave me a list of songs to try those, and suddenly everything clicked. So I might do the same and try and find a couple of others I can cover easily. Cover on an acoustic guitar. Because when you get it, you really get it. It's a funny one. But yes, leave that one with me. Anyway, thank you all ever so much. It's been, as I say, lovely to see you all, and yeah, I will look forward to seeing you on Friday. I hope you can make it, and if not, these stay up online, so you can always catch up afterwards, or find it on the YouTubes. But yes, I will look forward to seeing you then, and until then, I will bid you a good night.